So let me, yes, I think you can see my screen, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, so what we do basically is fruiSCE is a fruition of supply chain excellence, the solution portfolio from Data Labs India. So we are happy sponsor of the event. So this will be your last session. So I would like to give you a quick round of briefing on the products and services what we do and how the fruiSCE solutions help you to achieve supply chain excellence. That is the topic. We'll just try to wrap this up in 30 minutes. So what basically we do have supply chain challenges, okay, in the supply chain management to achieve. So the key challenges includes the real-time visibility, the production scheduling problems, the fleet inefficiencies, seamless collaboration in the supply chain. So demand planning and imbalance of demand and supply, the transportation challenges, the visibility problem, regulatory requirements, and the technology enablement. So all these things are challenges in the supply chain. So what we do is we come up with a solution stack, which is if you are able to see this screen. So what we have is we have a complete supply chain excellence suite, which includes the manufacturing execution system, the global logistics and global trade management system, so warehouse management system, and supply chain planning, like artificial intelligence, enabled powered demand planning, other planning solutions in supply chain, which includes MRP, MPS, and production scheduling. We have a supply chain control tower to connect. We have the end-to-end visibility of the supply chain. So you have the end-to-end visibility of supply chain connecting to multiple systems. You can have, it's not only about visibility, it's about a collaboration solution where you can have the visibility of your inventory, production capacities, and also the people. Then you can collaborate to see how these solutions can interact with each other. Okay, so you can collaborate into with all the supply chain members, with all participants in the supply chain, and then with a specific nodes. So you can directly throw a messages and then take an action, appropriate action in the supply chain. So we have a solution for supply chain business network. So this is the way forward for any supply chain organizations. Now, supply chains compete with each other in form of business networks. So the future of supply chain looks like you have like a business network. So one business, so it's the future of supply chain is organizations have to form business networks so that they can work holistically for the full supply chain, and then they can compete with other supply chains. Okay, so this is the idea. Then we have an ERP to support the accounting part, the generic business processes of your organization, the procurement, sales, marketing, CRM, the human resources, and also the financial, the e-commerce part of. Okay, so this is how we develop, and then we have a foundation solution for strategy management called fruiSCE. This gives you the complete strategy analysis, strategy formulation, and strategy translation using balance scorecard and OKRs and Hoshin country, and then complete strategy execution. That means in the strategy execution, complete framework to support your organization to achieve the excellence in complete strategy transformation. So here, one of the most important part is you can align your people, business processes, systems, the budgeting, then you can also align the risk and compliance processes to the strategy. Okay, so that's how our portfolio of solutions work. And just let me quickly top 10. So how does that work? So warehouse management. So the key business processes of warehouse management includes procurement, the put away processes, the picking processes, and then you have a supply chain enabled processes. That means you can have a multi-organization, multi-warehousing supply chains. So you can have a single system to manage all your warehouses, okay, across region or across country. So, and it supports you to have a complete security control so that you can operate it without any intervention from any other business unit or organization unit. So that's the beauty of warehouse management. So let me show you something here. So if I have it, yeah. So if you are able to see, just let me know if you are able to see the warehouse management system. Okay, so this is a home page of warehouse management system. Okay, I'll just show a few things about our solutions to get a look and feel. And then the details are not supposed to be discussed at this presentation. So it is like a high level overview. So in the warehouse management system, we talk about inbound operations, outbound operations, and inventory management. And then we have a planning part of warehousing. And we have like a workforce management, which is one of the most important part that in the warehousing, managing the people is one of the most important part. Then billing. So invoicing, whether it could be a product invoice or it could be a space consumption, a space utilization invoice. So you can do both. So you have a value-added services like packing, co-packing, labeling, any other value-added services, even you can do the license plating kind of thing. The quality management is embedded everywhere, both in inbound and outbound, and also in the inventory processes. So the fruiSCE warehouse management systems is integration friendly. It can integrate through APIs with the ERP, any ERP, SAP or Oracle or Microsoft Dynamics. Okay, and also it can work seamlessly with your any other business line of business LOB softwares. Okay, so I give some highlights. So what we do in warehouse management is we define warehouses as a physical setup, then you convert it into a digital twin. So how does it look like is just to give you an idea. So your digital twin of supply chain look like this. Okay, so you have a top view, so two-dimensional, but top view of your supply chain, of your warehouse. So if you put your cursor or if you hover your cursor anywhere, so you can see the levels of your supply chain, levels of your warehouse racks. Okay, so level 1, level 2, level 3. So since you are looking at the top view, so you can have multiple levels. And here, this is very dynamic screen where you can do all the warehouse operations from this screen, including you can search any of the product which are going to expire or which are going to nearing expiry, or you have a quarantine. You can search by product, supplier, any other batch number kind of thing. From here, you can also do put away and picking processes. You can do it. Okay, and in the beauty of this is you can find what is the volume used and what is the spare volume available, like a productivity of volume in the warehouse. So you can do it from here. So you have information here, just you can click it. So you can see what is the available space and what is the utilization. You can see it here. So this is like first, once we configure warehouse, then you have your warehouse layout. Okay, then you have your procure the processes. So let me show you something. The processes, which includes like a inbound. So inbound has a processes like a right from the purchase order. So you can have a complete inbound process. So it is very well structured in such a way that either you do the direct goods receipt for 3PL operators or 4PL operators, or if you have a manufacturing unit, you directly receive a production material or the raw material for the production. So that also can be done from here. So you have one of the most important thing is the put away. The put away process, the definition of put away process here is, okay, so you can do what? The system recommends you where to keep the material, how much to keep, which bins to be used, completely automatic. So based on your preference of storage of materials, into particular locations. The system will drive you. So all what we need is you don't have to people to think about put it in a wrong location kind of thing. So everything can be done by the system, and which is powered by AI. So you don't have to really think about it. Of course, it can be overridden by human judgment, and it can be always you can always take care of the human judgment. For example, if your warehouse is too full and you want to adjust some kind of materials, you can always do that. So likewise, so you have outbound processes. So here in the outbound processes, in the classical part of the picking strategies. Now, one of the most important problem in the warehouse management is the time taken for picking. So it is not only time taken for picking, it could be quality of pick. You can have a wrong pick, you can have a misplace during the picking process kind of thing. So here what we do is the system generates the picking list. Okay, so from where to pick, how much, and then it is supported by the barcoding. Okay, so you scan it, and then you scan it to confirm the location and the product. So that means the system will clear the transaction. So that way you have a two-way verification that at any given point of time, your inventory is 100% accurate. Likewise, if you want to track your gate in and gate out operations also, you can do that. So in the inventory management, you have your classical cycle counting process. You have inventory analysis, adjustments, ABC analysis. ABC analysis is special here. It is a multi-criteria ABC analysis. You can have ABC analysis based on your value, and also you can club with other like a VRC analysis or VSN analysis. Okay, so you can club these two and then do the analysis, and then you can decide what are the inventory parameters you want to keep. For example, what is the cycle counting frequency? So what is the reorder levels? What is the safety stocks? You can do that. Of course, there are some other parameters like service levels are required for that. Okay, so there is something called warehouse transfers. So here the supply chain transfers. So here you have something called multi-warehouses. So based on your level of authority, you can see all your supply chain warehouses here. So individual warehouse manager who is responsible, he can have an access to that. So the administrator or the overall supply chain director or chief supply chain officer, CSO, he is the one who can have the access for the whole supply chain. Of course, if he wants to have a write authority, you can have it. If you want to just only have a read authority, yes, you can have it. So likewise, the complete supply chain transactions and transfers can happen, and it is with a full visibility. Okay, so this is one of the major problem in any of the supply chain. So somebody will deliver the product, we don't know where it is it in the transit kind of thing. Now the beauty is the fruiSCE connects to the fleet transportation management. The moment the material go out of warehouse, so it is updated in the transportation management system, which you are going to see now. Okay, so likewise, it takes care of the whole supply chain activities. Of course, the billing is employee billing. The workforce is something which is very important. Here, what happens here is, so at any given time, what is the work assigned to individual employees can be seen here. If I am Sheikh Abdul Khader, log in. What are my tasks can be seen. I just directly go there and then complete my tasks. Likewise, so building. So as I said, so space utilization, you can see it from here. The building, you can do it from here. So value-added services, the quality. Of course, you have a technology, the integration for barcoding, IoT. Whether it could be your classical barcoding or QR coding, or even if you can have RFID for your license plates, like pallet positions, so you can directly scan them. So the system is enabled to do all of that. And it is an integration friendly, you can do all the integrations with SAP kind of thing. And there are plenty of reports available. So master data reports, if I have dashboards, so there are plenty of dashboards, built-in dashboards available. So of course, you can always do some sort of customization on top of it. That is your choice. Okay. So yeah. So likewise, so this is this is a foundation for your supply chain, takes care of all your warehouse operations and supply chain operations. So this is a very quick overview of your uh, your warehouse management system. So let me see if I can log into manufacturing execution system, or let me take you through fleet. One second, please give me a minute. So I'm just trying to log in to this. Yeah. Okay. Mhm. So give me a minute, please. Yeah. So let me stop screen sharing and then come back. Okay, so give me a minute. Let me just open the screen. Give me 1 second. So if Anita, you're there in the call, can you help me?
Yeah, yeah.
We
You
can.
can log in MES with
Yeah,
username
but
is wrong.
yeah,
Client one at datalabsindia.com.
yeah, I'm trying to do that.
You just entered your mail ID there.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
replace with client one.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try. Yes, I'm lucky here now. Thank you. Thank you. So let me share my screen. Okay. So are you able to see it now? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
This is a very quick introduction to manufacturing execution system. So manufacturing execution system help you to manage your manufacturing operations proactively. So people ask about manufacturing execution system, why it is required. We do have ERP, but ERP is different and manufacturing execution system is different. Give me 1 second, please. Yeah, ERP is different and manufacturing execution system is different. So ERP, what it does is, after production order processing happens, so it helps you to record the accounting data, whether it could be a finished product quantities or raw material consumption or operational timestamps. But MES, manufacturing execution system, help you to manage your manufacturing processes proactively. That means you can schedule, you can plan your operations at the production complete shop floor level or at the work center level. Okay, so whatever you want to do, you can do that. Now here, the beauty is, so there are three things here. One most important part when you talk about manufacturing, you do at the work center level three things. One is you have the material balancing. That means you consume either raw materials or work in process, and then you come up with another product, work in process or finished product, or the labor planning. Okay, so the amount of time spent by individual people, number of laborers or whatever, technicians, whoever. And third thing is the integration with the machines, operational timestamps. These operational timestamps are two things. One is the classical timestamps like setup times, run times, and wait times, queue times, move times, or it could be of machine times, machine generated data, which is like IIoT. How the machine generated data, which there could be a huge data generated by individual machines. Now all this data may not be directly required for your accounting purpose. Okay, so if you want to optimize those machines, or you want to know how to optimize your overall shop floor, you need to know the analytics for that. So you can collect the data from machines, filter them, analyze them, use whatever data is required, and then just leave the other data. So this is what manufacturing execution system do. So labor planning, inventory balancing, and then operational timestamps. Operational timestamps are for two things. One is the direct timestamps, and then your machine things. Okay, so now once we do this, so you have the additional capabilities like energy management. So you have energy management, so you can do you can plan your energy operations here. So the main point here is energy is very expensive. Whether you whatever you do it, energy is expensive. There are three things here in energy. One is your planned energy, okay, and your actual energy, and then your energy, how much you are paying. So reconciling these three will help you to identify the weak areas in the energy management and then optimize them. Okay. So a 5% optimization in energy will save you a lot. So that is one area where your manufacturing execution system very seriously help you. And you have maintenance. So you have if you have a manufacturing unit, it's very asset intensive, right? So you have a lot of machines, you have a lot of workflows. So here, what you can do is you can maintain all your machines. So you can maintain all your machines through maintenance module. So here you have you can have a scheduled maintenance, planned maintenance, work orders, and meter reading, all kind of thing. So I'll just take you one step back. So in the energy management, you can do all energy planning, building kind of thing. In the maintenance modules, you can do all your scheduling. So in the production, complete production order. So I'll not dig deep to this, but it is very classical process for you to manage your manufacturing processes proactively. That's what I can say. And it is powered by AI. So here, all your production schedules can be optimized by using artificial intelligence and machine learning. The system tell you what to do, how much to do, and when to do. Okay, what is a production sequencing kind of thing. Okay, and it is a work center based. So you can optimize your work center for material issue, report operations, as I said earlier. And then it's a workforce. Okay, so the labor planning. So all your employee tasks can be registered here, kind of thing. Now, on top of it, so you have a tooling. So almost always there is a problem with the tooling. So tooling is considered as a separate part of the manufacturing, and then you don't know really how much tool life is it. Like for example, a tool is there like a pellet mill kind of thing. So you have like a 10,000 hours life of this. So you need to know how much the actual life, how many number of hours each tool has taken place. So this will help you to identify the tool life, which is connected to your production kind of thing. So quality management, so complete inspection orders for all your manufacturing operations, whether it could be an inbound. So if you are creating an inspection order, I'll just tell you. So it could be a goods receiving, it could be inventory, it could be receiving. Inventory is on storage inventory, production order, consumption, report operations, or sales order. So all quality inspection is embedded into manufacturing. And the most important part is the integration. Of course, I'll come back to the planning later. So you have an inventory management module where you talk about the complete end-to-end movement of the materials, whether it could be raw materials, your work in process, or it could be a finished product. Okay, so you have an integration. Integration is the key. So this is almost always a challenge for all manufacturing companies. Now you have the challenge here is each manufacturing unit has its own requirement. So if it is a standard integration protocols, I think it will be very easy to do, and there could be many manufacturing execution system will be available to capture this market very easily. But it is not the case. The case is each manufacturing unit have their own requirement. They have a different kind of machines. Even within the industry, even if you say in assembly unit industry or something, each industry is different. The reason is each industry could have a different made of machines and a different make, different versions, and also it could be different data expectations. So within the industry, also across the industry, manufacturing is completely unique. That's what our experience says. So here, so you can have an integration between your control systems, consolidate the data and pass it to any ERP or kind of thing, and then you can also give it to your third party, like you can build the database into your data lake and then consolidate them and give it to for analytics purpose. So that's how the manufacturing. And then you can have a multi-plant and then multi-organization, so multilingual. So there are a lot of configurations you have it. Okay, so you have a reports, master data kind of thing where you can define master data, of course. So here you talk about master data, which includes your bill of materials, routing, production sequencing kind of thing. All the master data, if I just open it, okay, so you have a plenty of master data, quality master, manufacturing master, item master. So this is one thing which you need it, okay, is to have a complete uh, definition of your manufacturing system. So that's how it is. So this is about very high level manufacturing execution system part. Okay, so now let us look into another solution. Anita, just help me to FMS. Can
Yes,
you
sir, I'm doing.
me if you can log in to the FMS, that will be great. You can type by the way if you want. Can you check if the server is on? Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So thank you, Anita. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let us talk about fleet management, transportation and fleet management system. This is the mid-mile services part, which will help you to completely align your transportation and fleet management requirements. So if you are a third-party logistics operator and you have your own trucks or your hired trucks, this is the system for you. If you are a fleet owner and you want to maintain your fleet and also do the business by operating your loads and trips and then do the billing, this is the software for you. And then if you are a manufacturer or a project company, either you want to hire trucks or you want to manage your own truck for the delivery to your customers or your production locations or your project locations, this is the software for you. Okay, so it's a one-stop shop for you all your transportation requirements. Now in this, you have modules to talk about loads management and the trips management. Okay, so in the loads management, you have a complete requirement of your loads, how you want to maintain your loads. So right from you create loads, load is nothing but basically an order, a transport order, or you can call it whatever name. Okay, so basically it's a booking basically. So you can create a transfer order loads. You can manage the whole process of your loads. Then you create trips. If your load is basically from A to B, whether it could be direct transfer or it could be a milk run or whatever. Okay, then the trip means in the same truck, if you are taking 2, 3 loads, so you plan the trip in such a way that you drop, ship or whatever kind of trips you can do that. So in that, you have the complete trip management. So when you talk about transportation trip, so you can have a trip summary, you can allocate drivers kind of thing, you can have a route optimization, so you can have a payments to the drivers or any other guy who is going along with the truck. So you can have a trip sheet, expenses management, settle the payments, and then also Shipment execution. Shipment execution is a delivery part. Okay, so it can help you to register all the timestamps in the transportation, right from the loading, get arrival at the location, loading, unload, then the packing and everything, and then you go to all the way to the destination and then unload it and then hand it over to the shipments. So all the way it has, and then it has a proof of delivery also. So it can be a OTP based proof of delivery, or it could be a signature based proof of delivery on the mobile app. So you can do the signatures and then you can hand it over. So it's a complete system for you to operate your loads and trips. Okay, then you have like a vehicle. So vehicle master, basically, so when you have your own fleet, so basically you would like to have your vehicles, vehicle availability, vehicle planning, and then if in case if you have the IoT devices for the fuel management and also your GPS enabled. So it could be two things: either you use the solution and connect it, or if somebody third party solution is already used, just integrate it if they have through an API integration. Okay, so likewise you can do the vehicle integrations. So driver collaboration. So driver is one of the most important part of the overall transportation and logistics management. So you can define drivers, so you can define all their requirements. Then if there is a statutory requirement for them also, you can define. That's one of the most important part, which is the finance and statutory. That we will talk in a while. So drivers, co-drivers, availability, driver transfers, driver behavior, everything can be managed through fruiSCE fleet management. Okay. Similarly, the fuel, which is very expensive. So fuel, it could be either EV or it could be your regular fuel, or it could be CNG kind of thing. So everything can be monitored through fruiSCE fleet management. So in maintenance, the truck maintenance, one of the most important part in the overall transportation is the tires. So you can have a tires management, you can have other spare part management, and then you can the whole, if you are operating in a particular region with multi location process, so you can manage the maintenance through different depots. Okay, so there are different depots, you can assign them. So complete maintenance process, right from entering into a depot, coming out of the depot, come to complete all maintenance parts can be managed through fruiSCE fleet management system. Okay, and then you can manage the inventory for the critical spare parts like tires, like batteries and others. Everything can be done through inventory management here. So in this inventory management, you can also do the procurement process, the cycle counting, and the inventory adjustments, into inventory receiving, everything, whatever is required to manage your fleet inventory can be done through here. And you have like incidents and claims. So of course, anything is almost always there could be an incident. It could be say a breakdown, or it could be an accident, or it could be any other thing. So all these incidents can be registered, and then if there is any insurance claims, you can claim it. So it's one of the pain areas. You have insurance claims and you don't know what is happening, so you can update it here. So you can integrate with the status for that. So finance and statutory help you to for example, this is one of the very important module where you define all statutory requirements. Okay, so in the statutory requirements, it could be a driving license, it could be a vehicle fitness certificate, or anything, a pollution certificate, it could be anything. So road permits, any other things which are required to operate your fleet successfully, it will be here. So you can manage them. So you can manage all your fleets needs, and then you can define them. When is it your renewal date? The system will give automatic reminders for you. So guys, this particular statutory document is going to expire. So you can do that. So this will be for all the drivers, vehicle, driver, and also co-drivers. You can do that. Okay. And in the finance, it's a billing part. So when you are talking, when you have your own fleet, so your customer take your vehicles for the hiring. So you can give them a vehicle and manage the vehicle logistics part, and then you can do the invoicing. Okay. So at the same time, if you are getting the vehicle from any third party vendors, so you can process it, and then you are giving it to you are using your trucks to give a customer deliveries. So you can strike a balance between these two, how much you had and how much you delivered, and then have a profit and loss account for that. So profitability by truck level, so you can have it through the finance and statutory modules. So there are plenty of reports and dashboards available for almost all the requirements for you, which includes the overall the analytics, and then you have a vehicle analytics, you have a trip analytics, you have a driver analytics, maintenance analytics, the claims, you have a statutory vehicle tracking. So you can track all by in one map. Okay, so you can see all the vehicles. Now, if you want to particularly track one particular driver, you can just click on it. So you know exactly where it is happening. And this system is integration friendly. Even for the ULIP also, we are trying to integrate it. So as we go on, we integrate with any third party systems. And and we can also see the loads, history reports, all the historical data. If you have based on your history, you can find out. So likewise. So there are multiple reports, and also there is a master data where you can talk about. And then you have your scheduling also. So in this, where is the scheduler? Okay. So you have a calendar, so a scheduler. So in case if you have a one trip scheduler, you can transfer from one day to another. You don't need to do anything. You just drag. So drag and drop. The system will work for you. I think these are the quite few. Anita, if you can do a ERP part, if you can log in me into
Yeah.
ERP very quickly, I'll do that. Okay, so in our supply chain suite, we do have like a warehousing, we have a manufacturing, we have a transportation, we have a fleet, supply chain control tower, supply chain planning, and we have a global trade management, and then supply chain optimization. I hope if we have a time to do that, supply chain optimization. And if you want to, you can just log in into your system also. You can share screen. I don't have any problem. But I don't think you can do that. I think this is not a Teams meeting. So in supply chain optimization, what we do is we have AI powered demand planning. So you give all historical data by product, by location, and any other parameter. The system will be able to help you to generate forecast by product, by region. Okay, and then the beauty of the solution is, so you can generate forecast, and what is the forecast method wise you can track. Like it could be an exponential smoothing, it could be time series, regression, auto regression, and all these 7 or 8 methods. So the system, you know how the forecast is generated, and then the system help you to give the best fit. So by weighted average or whatever, so the system will give you the best fit forecast. So that will be very close to your actual forecast, because it will also check you the historical data, how the actual versus forecast working, and then it will project you going. The more the algorithm learn through ML, machine learning, okay, the system will help you to give the more accurate forecast as close as possible for your requirement. And here in this, one more important part is, even the forecast. It's not only about time series. It also can help you to see the external factors. So there is a algorithm for that. So even the pestle part, how is the political, economic, and other external environmental factors affecting your forecast, that also it will help you to tell you. Okay, so we have a system generated forecast. That is one part. I'm going to talk about that. If I time permits, I'll show you that also. Otherwise, I'll just give you a few highlights about that. So there is other part of AI models, supply chain optimization. It could be your the fleet, the container optimization, container loading optimization. It could be route optimization. It could be inventory planning optimization. Okay, and then your production scheduling. All AI stack is there to give you to help you to understand how to do that. Now, recently, what we have done is also we did the integration of control systems, okay, through OPC protocols. So you can connect any machines through OPC protocol and then combine them to your manufacturing execution system or ERP. Now, this screen, what you are seeing here is the ERP screen. So the ERP is again targeted for manufacturing, supply chain, logistics organizations of mid to small organizations, where you can have a complete visibility of your orders, your inventories, your transactions, and everything. And finally, you can come up with your project, your accounting statements, financial statements, kind of thing. So this is the ERP where we talk about. So the order management module will help you to know exactly your order management module help you to do all the activities in the procurement and also in the sales. So if you see here, so you can have your orders. So it's an order entry even for sales and procurement. So you can have a quotes both for sales and procurement. So you can do a purchase request or the sales request. All these things can be done through the modules. So if you just if you tell order entry, so you can create orders, both purchase orders and sales orders. So you can find out order entry. So Anita, if you can show one order, so it will be great. Okay, and you also have a calendar where at any given time you can see what are the orders scheduled for that particular day. Okay, so you can see the purchase orders and sales orders. So you can see the complete is very user friendly, very flexible. Okay, very nice to look at it, and all the information is stacked in a so compacted manner that you don't need any other system to use it. So everything is available here, including your barcoding, scanning, point of sales. You just name it. You have all the features available to operate your business operations successfully. Okay, so likewise, so you have your procurement orders. You have a plenty of information. If you just click here, you can just see it. That's how it is. So very simple. You can see the inventory visibility, how much is orders are picked, packed, and done. So you don't need to look for other things. You just click it. Every system has a hyperlinks. You can just look at it and then go from here. Here in actions also, you can take actions directly. So you create an order, you can take an action. You don't have to look for other screens. In case if you have one person is doing multiple tasks, you can do everything from here. Okay, so you can create even receiving the inventory and all, you can do it from here. So we have like order, this is for purchasing and sales. In the calendar, I think the calendar is one of the fantastic template what we have. So here, so you can see any other, if you look at any other, select any particular order or one. So you can have the data, okay, what is the due? So what is the status? Okay, what is the status of orders? If I have the data, so we can see it. So by clicking at it, you can also find out what is the status of that particular purchase order, sales order, or any other thing. Okay. If you don't have any orders, that's no problem because of the time. So we have another 10 minutes left, Anita, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. So likewise, so we have a calendar feature. Manufacturing. So you have a manufacturing process, define bill of materials, routings, calendars, and then execute all your manufacturing operations through the system. So work order is nothing but your job order. So you create a production order. Okay, so you create a production order, and then so you can see the whole track of the production order. So how you complete it. So production order again, three things: material consumption, operational timestamps, and also integration with the machines. All these three things can be done here. So you have a routings defined as a master data, sequence operations, a sequence of operations to produce one particular unit of product. And working hours, calendars, again, the same concept of calendar you can see here. So here, this particular order has on 20th. So these are orders are there. If it is a green, that means quite good. If it is red, means it is a delay. If you want to drill down, just click on it. It will be taken to you. So likewise, complete manufacturing process can be viewed here. And then you have a facility management. So in the facility, basically it's inventory. So it could be an inventory or capacities or any other facilities. So you have so you can create all your assets, basically, the physical inventory kind of thing. So you can manage everything from the facility module. Now let me come back to the accounting a little later. So we have a HR module. So basic HR. So your HR. Let me click on it. Okay. So let me just go into that. So HR basically all things required to manage your manufacturing, logistics, supply chain company for the people performance. It is there. Okay. So you have all your employee master departments, employment interviews. Okay, and then you close the skills. And then of course, with all this, you need to make a payroll process. So everything is included. CRM is there. Okay, so Salesforce automation, the CRM part. So you create leads. So you don't need any other separate CRM tool for this. So you have a SFA. So where you create accounts, you create the contacts. Accounts are nothing but your clients, companies. Contact with a person where it is there. So you create leads among them. So you maintain the leads into that. Then these leads, once ever they nurture, so you create them on opportunities. So these opportunities, once it is successful, so it will become your purchase order, your purchase order or sales order, whatever, based on your sales order basically. So you sell it. You have asset maintenance, so you can define all your assets and then manage your assets. So you can do that. Okay. So then you can manage your assets here. Then you have wait 1 minute. So you have work effort module. You have other like a Scrum. If you are using a project management methodology, you can do that. So you have a regular waterfall methodology and Scrum Agile methodology. The system can help you to run your projects also into the system directly. And then if you're using any marketing campaigns, so it's always you can do your marketing part also through the system. Okay. Now let me come back to your accounting. Okay. So your accounting, so you can define all your global accounting standards. Okay, so then all your accounting requirements like accounts payables, receivables, general ledger, your general ledger setup, the integration, directly all the logistics modules give the data, directly come to the integration. The financial payments, invoice billing registrations and payments, you can do it. Allocate the costs. Finally, come up with your profit and loss statements, okay, into the system. So all the way, directly it has everything you need it to manage your organization successfully. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, so now I think this is a very quick, if you have any questions, I'll answer. Otherwise, I'll just take you to some of the, and then our, okay, I'll not show our AI solutions at this screen, but let me show you something to finish with. So we have something called fruiSCE. fruiSCE is to achieve your supply chain, strategy excellence. Okay, so if you want to have a strategy transformation for your organization, it could be supply chain, it could be manufacturing, it could be logistics, or it could be any other industry. So you have a fruiSCE solution which transform you to, which help you to do the strategy transformations. Now, in this, so if you go into that, so this is complete strategy management solution. So you need the strategy. We witnessed a presentation of our earlier. So Alejandro was talking about strategy analysis. So now you find that strategy analysis, everything what you do through strategy analysis. So you can have it. Okay, so it could be your In the strategy analysis, it could be your SWOT, it could be PESTEL, all your things can be done here. Okay, so you can have it like you see it here. So it is all strategy analysis. You can perform your strategy analysis here. Okay, then you have your organization structure. So you can define vision values. Okay, so you can create a strategic positioning. Okay, so you create a strategic positioning. Like strategy is nothing but a list of strategic choices where you select a particular strategic choice and then use them for the strategic formulation. So you create strategic choices, you identify the position mix, then you come up with your definition. Then you have a value proposition. So you identify from your choices you selected what is your value proposition, and then this value proposition you can get this value proposition done. So this is basically your strategy. So uh, to execute this, you will have a capability gap or revenue gaps. So you have a capability gap, how you close the gaps, then how you close the revenue gaps, and then your scenario planning. Okay, so different scenarios you can look at it. So you can define all your driving forces, and then uncertainties. So you can create, and then you can do that, and then you have a strategy, a translation. So here you can define all your balance scorecards. We hear about the performance management, ESG, and all those stuff. So you have a balance scorecard definition, OKRs, okay, and also even you have your organizational assessments like ESG. We just talk about this. Okay, so we talk about one of our Jitendra, he mentioned about the ESG. So you can do the ESG assessment through this, and then align your business processes to the strategy through this. Okay, so you have a business process alignment, you have a people performance, you have a budgeting, you have a performance reporting, Office of Strategy Management, your industry KPIs, and then also you have a requirement configurations. You have a search, and then you have a multilingual concept, so you can do that. So there are plenty of things available. So there are plenty of dashboards available. Okay, so how to do that? Okay. So this is a very quick introduction of all our stack. I did not show the global trade. I did not show the transportation management. I did not show. I did not show what. Uh, so I did not show many things. Okay. Let me show you something here. So yeah, if you have something like that, you have a performance dashboard, very color coded, and you just put a cursor there, you can see what is going on. So you have a performance validations something. Okay, so I think this is a quick overview how to do it. Very detailed, functional kind of thing. So I'll just try to stop my screen share. Can I do that? Okay, so stop screen share. Okay, so now let me come back and discuss about this. So this is what we do as a Data Labs India. So I take this as an opportunity to thank all the Data Labs team who helped us to conduct this 3-day session successfully. All participants across the globe who attended, all the speakers, guest speakers for 3 days, around 26, I believe, 26 speakers across the globe who spent valuable time in delivering fantastic lectures. So thank you very much, and I appreciate very much to make the Global Supply Chain Excellence Summit a grand success.